Good morning, everybody. Thought I'd kick us off with a nice little Theros born Theros draft or whatever. Let's see, Oracle of Bones. Oh, that's right, he's the tribute guy. He's terrible. Fall of the Hammer, clearly a powerful card here. Nyxborn Shieldmate is okay. I loves me a Ragemonger, but he's a 2/3 for 3. He's okay. He's not good. He's good if you have Minotaurs to play with him, but man, I think Fall is really the pick here. I don't see anything else that really interests me. I know Vortex Elemental. I've heard some good things about it, but I don't know. Fall is just a better card. We're going to go with the Fall, I think, here. Bam! Done. Now, if I get past the Chromanticore, it's an instant switch into that. Well, sir. What do we have here? Retraction Helix is a good card. Bolt of Keranos, clearly one of the superior pieces of removal. And a Fanatic of Xenagos. It was just really good if you're in green-red. I've already got the Fall as a sweet piece of removal. I want to go with the Fanatic. I want to take it and see what we can make happen here. Bam, done. I just really like this card. It's super good if you can make it happen. I mean, it's either a 4/4 for 3, or you swing it on the first turn, you drop it. It curves beautifully. I don't know if we're going to get cards to be able to play it. I mean, Bolt's a great card, and it's unlikely we'll see a lot of more stuff like that coming around, but it's been my feeling lately that green has been a little underdrafted, and you can certainly splash this guy in a heavy green deck. That's absolutely not a problem. Or nothing. Oh, Ferrispan Tromper. Okay, Tromper's a good card. I'm not sure how good Spirit is in Limited. I mean, it is a 3/1. It certainly fits into a red-white aggro deck. The other text is a little irrelevant. Chorus of Tides is a decent card, but I'm going to go with a Ferrispan Tromper here. Bam, done. See what we can make happen. We're getting a little bit of a curve here. I don't know, let's see. And I pick up another Fanatic of Xenagos. Ooh, saucy. That's clearly what I'm taking. Is there anything else in here that's good? Sudden Storm is a sweet card. But I think I want more Fanatics. I do. I do. Let's see. Karametra's Flavor I'm never going to take. Thunderous Might, no. I'm not excited about the Rollicker. I mean, this is like the absolute minimum you can do with Bestow and still have it actually be a thing. The Shieldmate's actually a better card, I think. Rise to the Challenge is a nice trick. You know, I think I actually like Rise to the Challenge better than the Rollicker. Yeah, I take Rise to the Challenge here. It's a combat trick, and I like another Ferrispan Tromper. Well, if nothing else, we're getting consistency here, ladies and gentlemen. See, Oresco Sun Guide is a sweet card. I mean, I can keep white kind of open still. Not thrilled about the Sun Chaser. Really not thrilled about the Starbreaker. The best card in this pack is actually the Oresco Sun Guide. So that's what I'm taking. I'm taking the best card in the pack. See where it leads us. We could potentially splash white. I don't know if we want to do that. I really don't think we do. I mean, he's certainly splashable, but do you really want to? I mean, we could go green-white splashing the red for Xenagos. That would make a lot more sense here. And for the Fall of the Hammer. Or we could go red-white and I don't know. No, I think we kind of want the green at this point. But this was just the straight up the best card in the pack, so I think that's what you take. I mean, color possibilities are still open. Green is the color that lets you splash more than anything else. So if we're base green, we can certainly splash a little bit of white. The reason why I don't want to look at him as a splash is because to really make him any good, you want him early in the game. And if you're splashing white and you want to be running enough white, see, you're fighting for the balance between having enough white to be able to get him out on time and not having so much white that it's harming your other colors. I like the Snake of the Golden Grove here. I think it's a fine card. It's not exciting, but it's good. Ooh, Charging Badger. I'm tempted. I guess I have to take the Faragax Giant. Not thrilled at the notion of a Faragax Giant, but I guess I'll take him. He's a guy. He's a dude. The dude abides. We'll get him in the deck somewhere, I think. I'll be happy to if I can get away from running him, but anyway, the point I was trying to make is you need this guy early, and to put enough white in to be able to make this guy come out on curve, you have to really push your white. And if you've only got 1 or 2 white cards, you don't want that much white in the deck because that's going to start to mess up your other colors, your green and especially your red. I'm assuming this deck is probably going to be green heavy, green based with a splash for the second color, which right now is looking like red, but we'll see. We'll see what the next packs give us. And with a green base, you don't need a whole lot of red to make it really good. I mean, Follow the Hammer in a heavy green deck is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. There is nothing here I'm interested in. Mortal's Ardor is a good combat trick. Oddness River Trawler. I'm not thrilled by this card, but people can get some work done with it. Take the River Trawler. I'm not going to run it. Hide. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with the Fearsome Temper. Yeah, let's do that. I like that over the Impetuous Sunchaser. That's it. We're going Badger. Badger, 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 Badger. Karametra's Favor, and hope to God I don't have to run it. Or hope to the gods of Theros I don't have to run it, I guess. Which god? Right now, my god is Erebos. Straight up. I mean, he's a badass. He's all like, yeah, I'm going to draw your cards. I'm going to cost you some life. Huh? Are you up for it? Are you up for it? Greatness at any cost. That's the name of the game with Black, with Erebos, with Bob, and the not Bob that they reprinted that everyone seems to want to compare to Bob, which is Painseer, who's actually, even though he has a Bob-like effect built into him, he's clearly not the same at all. Because that would be saying, like, I don't know. It would be saying something. Hide you, hide you. Keep the white showing for right now. But it's not. It's just totally not Bob. It's absolutely not Bob. So we're running without the power cable right now on the laptop. So I'm hoping that she holds up just fine. I think she will. The battery's good. But I was just getting this frightful buzz while I had it plugged in. That's what you get, I guess, when you get cheap headsets that really look like they're terribly unshielded. The shielding doesn't come down all the way. Well, the best card in this pack is Hero's Downfall. Straight up. However, it's completely not in our colors. In our colors, we have Lightning Strike and Ailea's Disciple. And I'm really torn about which one to take. Let's hide this for a second. Disciple is just a solid card. But you know what? Green is underdrafted. Oh, and Heliod's Emissary is a premier card too. But both of these just aren't in our color, so I think we have to pass them. This will be a clear signal to someone that we are not in black. Green is less heavily drafted than red. Red-white is like the premier deck. This is a premier piece of removal in the set. I think it's more likely I'll see another Disciple than I will see a Lightning Strike. So that's my weighting of it right now, is that I think I have a better chance of wheeling the Disciple or seeing another one. That's my... And I'm going to take the Corsair here. I mean, Dragon Mantle's fine. Nothing else is super exciting. Yeah, we're just going to take the Corsair here. Bum, 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 bum. Right call. This is me being justified. There's the Nihilist Disciple I wanted. Revelry will almost certainly come back around. I don't think anyone's going to be taking that. And I've got another chance to get a hold of an Artisan Sorrow or something, so we're just going to take the Disciple here, get our bodies going. Time to Feed, another premier piece of removal in this deck. We will take it. I should be looking at what else is open, you know that? Oh, someone's calling me. We're not going to answer that right now because we're busy drifting. Well, Dragon Mantle's a fine card. We're a little open to flyers right now. Actually, we do have some good solid removal. I'll take the Dragon Mantle. Ooh, Seji Scorpion and Karametra's Acolyte. I really don't need to ramp heavily right now. I think I just take the Sedge Scorpion. Bam. Get some early game going. A little partnering up with the Badger. Badger, Badger, Badger. Scorpion and Badger. They're a team. Bar, bar, bar. Bar, bar, bar. Do I take the Satyr Hedonist here? I think I actually do. He's in my colors. He's a 2-1 for 2, which is fine for an aggressive start. Is the Hedonist better than the Rambler? Ooh, that's an interesting question. This guy could potentially ramp me, though. I mean, on turn 3, I'm going to try the Hedonist. I mean, if I get some big green guys, he might actually ramp me up into them. Not much here. I don't see anything in red or green I want to take. I'm probably never going to run Spark Jolts, so I'm just going to nick out the Last Breath, even though I'm not going to be running it. This is pretty saucy so far. I kind of like what we're going for here. We got Trumpers, Trumping Burn, a Disciple who's discipling people. Now I got a voicemail on my phone. Da, da, da. Come on, make your pick, Iron Root Tree Folk. Who are we playing with? Blinded Guardian, Yozuko, underscore Muldrifter, U51010, Hitori N. I think I take the Artisan Sorrow here. I don't really need too many of these guys. And it's good to have a piece of our enchantment or artifact removal. Hofnug 2. Us, the 23rd playable, of course. And the Iron Root Tree Folk. You know, it is spelled iron, isn't it? I-R-O-N. Iron. Ugh. Do I want a Portent or a Warrior's Lesson? Let's take this. I'm hoping to not run it. And there's a Fade. We'll probably just run the Artisan Sorrow over the Fade. They're both sorcery speed. The Scry is worth an extra mana, typically. Alright, we need some finishers here. We're doing okay, but I'd like to see some more bodies up on this end. Or some more really good stuff around the middle here. I mean, I like our 3-drop spot right now. Could use a little bit more. 4 drops are okay, but I'd like to see like a Vulpine Goliath or something. It's a nice little finisher. Just kind of round things out. Leaf Crown Dryad is something I'd like. What is that? The 7 damage to a flyer for 3. That'd be nice to pick one of those up too, because that's always kind of a big thing here. Is you just never know. Ugh, nothing, nothing, and more nothing. Let's take the one with the biggest pants. The biggest butt. I like big butts and you cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When you see a horsey face and a big thing in its place, it gets sprung. Yeah, whatever. It's the biggest body there. Hide, commune, which we are not going to play. Alright, we're in good shape. We got a lot of playables. I'm not hating where we're going right now. We're just going to see if we can pick up enough stuff to round it out here. Come on. Something saucy. That's not saucy. Nessie and Asp is saucy. Best green common in the set. And almost certainly what I'm taking here. Let's take a minute to look at what else is in the pack. Fanatic's a sweet card, but I'm not going to get full value out of it. Rage is a really good, but we got a lot of removal going anyway. We're just taking the Nessie and Asp. That was an easy pick right there. And one of the cards I was hoping to see. Look at this. Two-headed. Is that a two-headed snake? Or is that a snake with a head on each end? Because that would be really not a good thing. You can't tell, though, because he just kind of disappears up into this tree. Which, how does a snake that big disappear up into the tree? Because this looks like a giant snake to me. I mean, there's no, like, size birds or anything in this picture. So it's hard to know just how big he is. Because it could be small branches. That could just be like a regular tree and just like a regular snake. But I don't think it is. I think that's a giant snake. Wow. There's absolutely nothing here for me in red. I'm definitely not taking the two-headed Cerberus. I don't think I want the Deathbellow Raider. Boy, Wingsteed Rider is such a good card. I'm surprised I'm seeing it. Obviously, the guy to my left is not in white. Or he would have snapped. Well, probably not. There's a rare missing, so I'm not sure how many white rares you actually take over Wingsteed Rider, though. Maybe 100-handed one? I don't think so. I think I still take the Wingsteed Rider there. So do I take a good sideboard card from me in Shredding Winds? Or do I take a Wingsteed Rider so I don't have to worry about dealing with it? I think I take the Shredding Winds. Wingsteed Rider is clearly the best card in this pack, but obviously we're not playing it. Shredding Winds we can certainly play out of the sideboard. So that's my thinking there. Wow. Oh, Perforos' Emissary. He's okay. Nylea's Presence is a good fixer, but I'm not going to take that. I don't think I want to take another Hedonist if I don't have to. Let's take the Emissary. He makes our guys very, very hard to deal with. Voyaging Satyr or Savage Surge. I like the Satyr here. Get me into my big guys a little bit quicker. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So I'm super glad I didn't take that guy in the early pack there because it would have been terrible because I haven't seen anything to support it. Or maybe I have, I just haven't been looking. Let's see, 14 creatures. We could use some more bodies. I'm going to take the Feral Invocation, though. Coordinated Assault. Premium combat trick. Although I really need more creatures here. Where is Lesson We Can Hide? That's not a great card. It doesn't do much. I mean, it draws you, but it doesn't pump, and I don't have Heroic guys, so I'm not triggering Heroic with it. It does not really thrill me. Like, I think in this deck, my combat tricks need to add power. Reverend Hunters. This guy might actually be really, really good in this deck. I'm really heavy green already. Yeah, I'm taking a Reverend Hunter. He could potentially be very large. Yick. I'll take a Satyr Piper and hope to hell I don't have to run it. I'm sure I don't because I have plenty of playables as it is. The Rage wheeled back around. So, do I want a Deathbellow Raider? He's a 2/3 for 2. He's a decent guy. Yeah, I need more creatures. I think I'm taking the Deathbellow Raider there. We can come out here. This is actually a little tricky, what I start to take out. Yeah, I know, in theory, yeah, I know the Charging Badger should come out. Badger, Badger, Badger. I just like the Charging Badger. 16 creatures is kind of where I want to be anyway. Rise to the challenge. That's good. Fearsome Tempers. It's okay. Could play that. I mean, I could always nick this out. I don't need that. You don't have to run enchant removal in the main. I mean, it's not a bad idea to in this block, but I'll take another Deathbellow Raider, I guess. And now I guess we can hide the Charging Badger. I'm so sad. I'm sorry, little Badger. I'll take the Hedonist, but I'm probably only going to run one of them. I think Benthic Giant is probably the biggest threat. I shouldn't be super vulnerable to flyers. I mean, I've got a lot of removal. I've got Follow the Hammer, Lightning Strike, and Time to Feed. And I've got the Nessian Asp. And we've got a fair number of combat tricks. The Dragon Mantle might come out. I think we're only going to run one of the Hedonists. Maybe not any, I don't know. Could potentially go without them. Although that makes Reverend Hunter a lot worse now that I'm looking at it. Sure, Fleet Feather Sandals. Probably not going to run them, but there it is. I take the Dragon Mantle out. I'm not sure. 15. I think I'd like more creatures. I mean, limited really is, generally speaking, bashing in with creatures. No, I'm not taking a Defend the Hearth. Not even. Nope. I'll take a basic land, even though it's in my colors. Never going to take it. Never going to play it. Just not going to do it. Sorry, kids. Sorry, boys and girls. Friends, comrades, brothers, sisters. Not going to do it. We're just not. Can't be done. Not going to run. Although, not limited. Not Defend the Hearth Unlimited. Constructed is another matter. When you've actually done the horrible deed, built a Turbofog Maze's End deck, then you run Defend the Hearth. You do, because it's a card that goes in that deck. Alright, let's build it up, but I think that's basically what we're going with. I mean, it looks fine to me. So, 2 Fanatics, sort by cost. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Badger. Snake, Nessian Asp, Disciple, Tromper, Time to Feed, Hunter, Corsair, Invocation, Voyaging Satyr. I want the Faragax Giant. I'll have to rethink about that. Emissary, Temper, Rise to the Challenge, Lightning Strike, Follow the Hammer, Raider, Coordinated Assault. Those are absolutes that I want in there. So that leaves me 3 spaces, and most of those 3 spaces need to be creatures. Oh, Sedge Scorpion. So 2 spaces, and most of those spaces need to be creatures. I guess the question is, do I have enough critical mass of creatures, and do I have enough on the top end? 14. I want at least one other creature, but do I want a Hedonist? I definitely don't want a Piper. What do I got? I've got a Faragax Giant, who just doesn't thrill me. I just don't feel like he's ever enough of what you need. Although, I mean, that being said, the Hedonist doesn't thrill me either, but he could ramp me. So he generates 3 mana. I mean, I could turn 3 a Nessian Asp, potentially. Or turn 3 Snake of the Golden Grove, which is not nearly as exciting. try running one Hedonist and one Faragax Giant. I mean, this guy is going to be a 3-3 for 5 so many times. And that really is just not fun. Although, if I can put enough pressure on early, then it might matter. 8-9, almost a dead even split. Yeah, I'm completely okay with that. Alright, so that's the deck. I don't know if I've got all the right choices in there or not, but I mean, I could potentially run a fade or something in the main, but I've got a lot of spot removal, so I think I'm okay with it. Let's try that. Alright, boys and girls, comrades, friends, we will see you in round 1.
Why are there so many ostriches? I was promised only a few ostriches.